Hello friend, today we will learn about the Black Virgin Mountain story, and I will show you the largest statue of the Lady Buddha in the southern of Vietnam. So you can see we got a lot of cable cars. Well, in the past people have to hike all the way 4 or 5 hours up to the peak to see the Black Virgin, but nowadays with the station it will actually take you only around 4 minutes. So, it will take you around 8 to 10 minutes all the way from the crowd up to the peak of the mountain. And the price that you have to pay, it will be 245,000 dong for them. And that would be around $12. So $12 for a ticket. And and right now I'm gonna show you the view of the peak. So this is Núi Bà Đén, or the Black Virgin Mountain, and it have the height of 986 meters. So this is the highest peak in the southern region. And over here we have a Núi Bà Đén, Black Virgin Mountain, and 986 meters. But the story is that 300 years ago there was a beautiful woman. She would come to this mountain, then she would pray for her family and for herself, for her friends. But well, at that time there was a small shrine in the mountain, a Buddhist shrine. So every day that was her daily routine. She hiked up the mountain, praying, doing the ritual, and then she come back. But one day she actually encountered a group of bandits. So the bandits, they coming with all the weapons and they try to hurt her. But then our hero appeared. So the hero was a boy living in the same village. He was very good with martial arts, and he would beat up all the bandits. After that they would have a date, and they are about to get married actually. But unfortunately that was a warring time. Those were the warring time in our country. So the fiancé, the boy, had to join the army to fight with a group of rebellion at that time. And the women, after the boy left, she actually does the same thing. See, she hiked up the mountain, and then she continued praying for the family, for her future husband. But one day, when she did all the hiking, she will actually encounter another group of bandits. So this time, according to the story, to the legend, the bandits want to rape her, So the lady, she want to preserve her virginity, and that's why she chose to jump off the cliff, committed suicide. So she died, and her spirit actually appeared in this mountain. Then the head monk actually saw the spirit of the lady, and he was checking in. He was asking her what was going on. Then the lady was explaining the whole story. So you see, in Vietnam, normally the black color, it is associated with anger, aggression, and resentment. So that's why she appeared to be totally black like that. But the monk know that this woman is actually a very good person. So he would share the stories, and the local people who live in this village, they would start to come here to visit her and pray for her soul. But then the next phrase of the story was, so this story is appeared around 300 years ago, and our emperor, now remember it was a warring time, so our emperor, he had to fight the rebellion. And one day, look at these pretty flowers. And one day he was actually losing the battle in this region. So he had to run and hide in the bushes. So when he was hiding in the bushes, he remembered that there was a holy spirit, a holy black virgin in this mountain. So he would pray. He would pray to the lady, you know, if you're real, please appear and help me to defeat the rebellion. And then the lady would actually, she appeared right in front of the emperor, and actually she showed him the escape route, the way to run away from the enemy. But she also mentioned that, you know, she said that your enemy is actually weaker right now, so there was no way that you could win this war. What you can do is, however, try to travel to Siem Kingdom. So travel to, at that time, now it's a Cambodia country. So try to travel to Cambodia and patiently wait for the right time. When the right time comes, you can come back. And then you can start the fight with your enemy. So our emperor, his name is Nguyen actually, he followed the advice. He escaped from the enemy and he traveled to the Siem Kingdom. Eventually, actually, he come back to the country with the army and defeated it. That group of the rebellion, in Vietnamese we call them the Tây Sơn rebellion, and therefore he running this country. And Nguyen, so the Nguyen dynasty, they are actually the last dynasty in our country. This is a story. So you see, when the emperor win the war, he actually come back to this mountain, and he would say that this is not an ordinary mountain. This is a very gracious, a very blessed, auspicious mountain. That's why he decided to give a new name to this black virgin lady, and he decided to honor him. He decided to honor her. And actually, some story also mentioned that it's not the emperor who came here, but it was another general. And let me try to get it right. And I think his name is Ngô Văn Duyệt, but I'm not so sure about that. Anyhow, got some very pretty monkey here. This is the place full of creativity, you know. They have the statues, they have the paintings of different things. It's pretty, it's cute, and it's creative at the same time. But anyhow, after that, a lot of people in the country, we started to know about this place, about the auspiciousness, the holiness of this place. And since then, up until now, the modern time, this mountain, the Black Virgin Mountain, it has become one of the top touristic attraction in the whole country. Not for the foreigners though. Normally the foreigners, they don't know about this. But for a lot of people, especially the Buddhists, they love to travel here. They travel here to pray for their family. They are praying for peace, for prosperity, for everything. And the special day would be the 5th. On the 5th of May, the lunar calendar, we are talking the lunar calendar, then this whole mountain, it would be packed with people. Especially knowing the auntie or the older women, they would come here and they would offering a special, something special for the Black Virgin. In return, they hope that all the well-beings and prosperity would come to their family, you know. So all those stairs you see is have a lotus flower. Lotus is our national flower. It normally it grows in the mud in a very dirty area, but when it blooms, it's very beautiful. So it's a meaning of transcendence. So right now, I'm gonna climb up those stairs and showing you a cave of the Black Virgin Lady. I still got this COVID fatigue, so I'm actually pretty tired to climbing up, even just a few steps like this. show you a glimpse of our statues. 72 meters in height. That's more than 200 feet, I guess. And this is the highest copper statue in Asia. Anyhow, let's finish our glance. And then I'm gonna show you the front of the statues. So you see, in the beginning, 300 years ago, it was just a very basic, very small pagoda. But eventually, it got expanded. And the statues, the copper statue that you are seeing right now, it was done in 2019. So 2019 is only 3 years ago. And it was made by more than 170 tons of copper. So it's something, it's very expensive, very precious. And copper would be normally much more expensive than bronze. But then the good thing is it doesn't rust, you know, it's gonna stay like that forever. So let's get inside the temple. We have got the incense burner here. And if you are offering incense, keep in mind that always choose the odd number, alright? So either 1 or 3 or 5. You shouldn't do the even number. Those are the money for offering. They have 2 bottles of oil. I don't know what is the reason behind it. But normally it's gonna money. They have this coin where they're gonna use 1 coin. And then I think they're gonna put them in a box and they're making their prayer. These are the statues. Yeah, for the flower you can see we have lilies, normally purple or white lilies, and we have got some chrysanthemum as well. Yellow chrysanthemum, it means life and rebirth. So yellow chrysanthemum is the most common flowers that people use as an offering. So this spiral incense, it could last for a few hours or maybe even for half a day. But if you use the incense stick, then normally it lasts for 45 minutes. Alright. Right now, and I'm gonna show you the highlight. We're gonna go to the front of the statues, and they have a 3D show inside. Maybe I'm gonna film that, but let's see how it goes. Jackfruit. Jackfruit. Normally in Vietnam we also make mock meat out of them. It keeps getting bigger and bigger. And people eat them. You eat them, it's cheap, much cheaper than their cousin, the durian. But it's, durian is the big one, it's smelly. The jackfruit is easier to eat. It's simply sweet like that. So if you come here, again, 2 options. You can hike. The hike, it will take you around 4 hours. And you can pay. You can pay $12. Around $12 for a cable car, and that's only around 8 to 10 minutes. On the station, near the station area, they have restaurants, they have street food stalls, and they sell different things. Actually, because this is the pagoda, it's supposed to be purely vegetarian, but because all the tourists everywhere they are coming, so in that station it belongs to a private company. They offer all kind of food. And for the buffet, they advertise that they have 80 different kind of food from, they have European food, Asian food, Vietnamese, everything. So if you want a buffet, I think you have to pay around 200,000 more. So that would be $10 more. It's pretty sunny right now, but if you come in the morning, you will see that it's very misty. You could see actually like cloud floating by, and it's very beautiful. So the best time to visit this mountain would be very early. They open from 5:30, so try to go there at that time if you can. Otherwise, try to go from around 7 to 8 a.m. That would be very ideal time you come here. It's much less crowded, and you can see all the misty, the cloud passing by. And especially if you look at the statues, the mist, it makes the Lady Buddha appear and then disappear. It have a very mystical ambience in a way. But right now, I just finished 2 tours and it's around 11 a.m. For 11 a.m. people, more people start coming. Oh, and one more thing. Sometimes a lot of people actually confuse the black statues, the black cupboard statue of the Lady Buddha with the black version, but it's not like that. The black cupboard statue that you see, it is the statue of Kuan Yin, the Lady Buddha. So the word Kuan Yin, it means to listen or to observe the sound of the universe. But in Mahayana Buddhism, it means to listen to the cry of humanity. And then of course, we have another place inside the cave where we have the statue of the black version. So those are the two different persons. Kuan Yin, she is a Bodhisattva. And let's try to walk up the stairs this way. Kuan Yin is a Bodhisattva, and her job is she would took a vow. The vow is she would alleviate our suffering, human suffering, and she would come back eon to eons, and she need not fall into despair. So that's the vow of Kuan Yin. But then one day she actually standing on heaven. And according to the legend, she glanced down to earth. She saw that all the suffering that she had dealt with before, it remained the same. Nothing had changed. She even saw more discrimination, more hatred, more negativity, like that. So she became very upset. And at that moment, her head would got exploded into 10,000 pieces. So that was a very intense moment in the story. But after that, when she become conscious again, because she exploded, she cast down on earth and fall unconscious. So when she opened up her eye, she saw her teacher, the Buddha Amitabha. And the Buddha Amitabha would checking with her and ask, okay, so what is going on? How do we fix this? This is the beautiful moment, because as a teacher and the students, they are working together, and the Buddha actually forming all the pieces of her head together into a new form that I will show you in a couple of minutes. You see, they have some new construction going on. So you see, always when you go to a Mahayana Buddhist temple, you see the big statues of the Lady Buddha, of Kuan Yin, and you also see the statues of the 10,000 arms Buddha as well. That's another incarnation of Kuan Yin. The Buddha Amitabha would molding all the pieces of her head to become a new form, and each pieces of her head would become one arms. Very beautiful. So this is the end of the tour. This is the end of our tour today. We're gonna go inside and take a look at the arms, 10,000 arms Lady Buddha. I have to catching my breath again. But when you're entering a temple, normally shoes off, so no shoes allowed. But for this place, they will give you a piece of cloth and you have to cover your shoes to make it clean actually. So let me show you how it works. I know it's supposed to be quick, but for a clumsy me, it's almost take me forever to cover these shoes. So it's a solid copper, original solid copper, and yeah, right in the central you can see the 10,000 arms Buddha. So if I have a closer look, you can see that on her palm, each of her palms will have a piece of an eye, and that eye meaning that she can perceive through all the direction. She can see through everything. And she's sitting on the lotus flower. And there will be a dragon. Let's see the dragon holding a jade, carrying her like that. So this copper statue that you see, so we have the man here. The man is Kim Dong, or in English you can call him the Golden Boy. The Golden Boy actually wearing our traditional clothes. It shouldn't like that, because these two characters, the Golden Boy and the Jade Girl, they belong to the Chinese mythology. They are the Taoist deity actually. But anyhow, here we got the Jade Girl, and she wearing our áo dài, our traditional clothes as well. So they can have a 3D show in a couple of minutes. But now I'm gonna just walk out, and you can come inside to enjoy the show. It's gonna last for around 5 minutes, but if not, of course, it's totally fine. So again, I have to take this off. Oh.
Dạ mình mang đôi giày là mình mang dép mang giày vào luôn nha chị ơi, mình không để giày dép phía trước à. Dép quế đúng không?
Bác đi ra nhớ trả nha, để không mang gì luôn. Bánh phim mà nói.
If I'm too lazy to cut that part out of the video, I'm sorry for the shakiness of of the taking shoes off part. But anyhow, bye for now, and I'll see you very soon.